Alright, for this next part, to actually cover up the seams and all the gaps, we're going to use this stuff that I bought from a arts and crafts store. It was about $5 per container. It's 2-part sculpting compound, resin and hardener. You put equal parts in a disposable Tupperware container and just slowly add water, mix it up with your fingers until it gets to a smooth consistency, similar to pancake batter but without the lumps. And then you will spread it over the seams. We have equal parts of the resin and the hardener in the Tupperware. Add some water and start mixing it up with your fingers. Alright, as you can see, this stuff, I lied, it's not the consistency of pancake batter. It's more like really soft Play-Doh that you play with when you're a kid and stuff. But yeah, that's about the consistency you want. So now, we're going to take a little bit of the sculpting compound, and sorry, this is difficult to do with one hand because I'm filming, and just going to mash it down here right over the seam. And don't worry if it's a little messy. We're going to clean it up later. So just dip your finger in some water and just slightly rub it back and forth. So I know it's hard to see with the lighting, but you're trying to make it as smooth as possible. And then you repeat that all the way around the foregrip, all along the seam, and do the same on the other one. You don't have to go along the inside of the seam, just the outside. Alright, as you can see now, it looks like a big mess, but it's going to end up looking fine later. I've taken a bunch of this compound, mixed with some water, smoothed it all over the entire foregrip, over the edges, down in all the little grooves, and even down along this little vein that runs the length of the foregrip. The seam comes along here. The compound is actually built up kind of a small little mound on either side of the seam, so when it dries and you sand it with fine sandpaper, it's going to be nice and straight and flush. We will sand it in 24 hours. It'll take an entire day to set, and then we'll sand it, smooth it, and we'll put on one more thin coat, and then I will show you what it looks like then. We're going to do the same process on the other foregrip, on the other half. Alright, now I have spread out a nice liberal layer of the compound over the foregrips, running from, let's see, the seam is right about here, running up. I started a little bit before it and ran the length of the foregrip, because if you remember, we used the Dremel and ground off the raised edge that was on the back, and so we're going to want to have that dry so that we can smooth that out and make it look seamless also, and you won't see all of the shiny plastic like you did before. And so we did the same thing on both sides. It will take 24 hours to dry. Be patient, don't try to sand it before that or you'll mess it up. Let it dry completely.